like...
And then and so this uncle comes in. And I'm basically, I'm literally like, I have something to tell you. And then I do the Jerry's like, come on out in the cold. What if I told you that the person your boyfriend's cheating on with you is here right now?
I don't think they were dating yet.
If they weren't,
they were like on their way. They were like talking. They were like on their way.
I don't remember exactly.
I'm not a homewrecker, I promise.
Yeah, I am.
We know.
Are we going to talk about that or no?
I don't know. Should we?
Well, the man from the other situation.
You know what? I'm not one to talk about.
Are you sure?
No, it's just more of like, I'm the one to talk about this past situation, and then like, now it'd be like, I didn't do anything, and now I'm like, oh, maybe I did. I messed up in a different situation. Funny. We can talk about it. It's okay.
Okay, we can?
Yeah.
Okay. So once upon a time, the same guy from the situation we were talking about earlier was throwing his cousin was throwing a party at their grandmother's house.
Which it wasn't even supposed to be a party. It was supposed to be just like 4 of us hanging out.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Like, no. But it wasn't supposed to be a rager, then it turned into a rager. So like, it just was already out of hands.
Well, I was having a good time.
Yeah.
I was drunk, per usual.
Yeah. And this was the first time I had ever gotten drunk, too. I was like my first, like...
First?
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. Jacob, I didn't drink until like... Yeah, because it was like it was after we graduated.
Yeah, I guess you might be right.
So that was the first time I ever drank, and... So... Yeah, it was not a good time after.
So I'm fucking toasted. And, and like, me and Nicole are like sitting on a couch. And, I'm like, this will be interesting. Oh, wait, I want to touch back on the last story. I do very vividly remember, like, after everybody left, like, you freaked out and left, and, like, Chloe got mad. Nah, fuck it. Yeah, Chloe got mad at me, and, like, fucking, because I mentioned that, like, I kind of implied that she was still in love with me.
Yeah.
Because, she never gave that up. And, like, she stormed off. And I remember just sitting there, like, alone, being like, that didn't go how I thought it would.
Yeah.
But anyways, fast forward. Well, no, wait. This is actually a rewind, because this happened before that. That was before I went to basic training.
Yes.
So.
This is so confusing. They're going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
This is all my videos. Like, literally, I'm all over the place all the time.
Then you guys are probably right to be. That's fine.
You're like, yeah, that's just how Jacob talks. That is what it is. And every time I say my name, somebody in the comments is like, they're like, Nameless, you said your name. And I was like, I said it like my second video. But, so, anyways, back to that story at the party at the guy's. So, she's dating the person whose grandparents' house this is.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting next to her on a couch. And I'm sitting there thinking, I have an idea. Everybody else goes into, like, another room. That is, like, the other room we're in is still super visible, I want to point out. Like, I just did not give a shit. And, like, I kiss her. And then she's like, we can't do this here. And I'm like, no, fair enough. We go outside, and I kiss her again. And, like, there's a window right where everyone's fucking looking at us.
So bad.
I had no clue people were watching, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Go out to the side of the house and then continue until I hear you be like, Jacob, look. And our 2 friends, who we're pretty heavy set dudes.
Yeah.
I see, they're both just standing there like,
yeah.
And one of them fucking bolts.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one decides that the best way to avoid us seeing them is to, after we already saw them, drop to the ground. Like I wouldn't still see, there was like a light on him.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun time.
I was a good kisser, wasn't
I don't know if I'm going to be saying anything like that on here. Yes, Jacob, you were a good kisser.
See?
Okay.
Do you remember the weird monologue Joey gave us after?
I don't know. All I remember is that, like, one of them was like... No, it wasn't Joey, it was... Oh, wait, fuck.
Yeah.
We're just dropping all these
I don't give a shit. Nobody's gonna watch. Nobody I know is gonna watch this. And if they do, they'll be like, "Oh my god, how did you talk about?" I'm I'm just talking about
truth. But he was like, so this guy is cousins with the guy I was dating.
Joey.
Yeah. So, but it wasn't him. It was the other guy. He was just like, "Oh, like I didn't see anything. Did you see anything? No. Okay." And like, just sort of like whatever.
Oh yeah, him and Joey and Graham were just like, "No, like." We didn't see anything. We swear. We swear.
Yeah, but then like later on, then he like Joey like flipped the script and was like, "You better tell you know, this guy, my cousin, you better tell him or I will. And I'm like, which like already like after the fact, like I was super drunk and he had already like said some like really just like stupid sexist shit to me earlier, being like, you need to like stay away from Jacob. Like yeah, like he was like blaming me for like sitting by Jacob and like just being friends, and like because it just was like the most random thing that this all was happening. So he like pulled me aside and told me, oh, you need to stay away from Jacob. I'm like, well, why don't you talk to him about it if you're worried about it? So
he didn't.
No, he didn't. I got shoved into the bathroom.
I mean, he was probably scared of me.
I got shoved into the bathroom and yelled at for, you know, sitting next to you.
Well, then I came back and kissed you, so I mean.
Yeah, that didn't help my case either. Yeah, so it just was like a really crazy situation. But afterwards, I immediately like felt really bad, and I was like, okay, no, like I have to like tell my boyfriend, and like, you know, I'll talk to him in the morning. And I just like felt like really bad. I like had a panic attack, and it was a whole situation. And then everyone was like really weird like the rest of the night.
Did he want to stay together with you?
Yeah, he was just like, it's okay, like we can like stay, like he's like he was like more mad at you than me, which I thought was like weird because it's like we were the ones in the relationship, and I was like taking full responsibility for my actions, and I was just like, I'm so sorry, like we kissed, like blah blah blah, and he was just like, it's okay, like it's fine, like I still want to be with you and like stuff, and I'm just like, okay. But then, like, we didn't last very much longer after that, just because we both were kind of getting to the point where it's like, oh, we're, like, just better off as friends, but...
See, I did you guys a favor. Your guys' relationship was at the tail end.
You just, like, sped along the breakup process.
I'm like, you know what? You guys are just dragging this out. I'll take care of it.
It was just more scary for me because he wasn't mad at me at all, and I just, like, was fully prepared for him to, like, cuss me out, and, like, which rightfully so. But that didn't happen, and then then way years later, like now he still like holds resentment about it.
He still hates me for that, even though like we were friends afterwards for a while.
Yeah, they were friends and like stayed buddies, but then me and my ex then were like not close for a while. So I just thought that was really interesting because like he hates your guts.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I like literally remember when we were at that one party, and I was like, you know, I'm fucking weird and manipulative. I was like fucking sitting in the back of my car, smoking a cigarette with him while you were like walking out, and I'm like,
that was weird. I was like, oh god, they're both like sitting and having like a moment, smoking cigs, and I'm like just trying to get to my car. I'm like, I just want to go home.
I low-key did, like, because like everybody thought that you like played a song, that was your guys' song on purpose.
Let me explain that.
No, you've explained it. I know it wasn't. Okay, go ahead.
They don't care, but I'm going to explain it anyway. There was a song, Mr. Brightside.
Their song was Mr. Brightside. Isn't that stupid?
Yeah, our song was Mr. Brightside, which was like weird.
That was foreboding for the relationship.
Yeah, that was not good. But it was like his favorite song, so then it became like our favorite.
Not mine. His,
okay,
like the boyfriend.
Like the guy. Yeah, not him. And so we were at this party for like a mutual friend of ours. I think it was maybe his birthday or something. And we had like someone's phone. So this our friend's girlfriend was like playing the songs. Yeah.
Fucking Ethan's birthday. Okay. Let's just say their names. This is too confusing.
I'm just saying. Okay, so Ethan and his girlfriend was playing the songs on her phone because she was connected to the speaker. Yeah. So I was just like, so Dante put on his song, or maybe I don't know if it was that. You know what? I don't know what song he was playing, but then I think I did request Mr. Brightside or something similar, like something by the Killers. And I said, hey, after this song, could you play this song for me? And she's just like, yeah. But like she's like looking these songs up and queuing them like on YouTube, which I'm like, why are you doing it that way? Bitch. Yeah. So
Oh, also that girl cheated on our friend Ethan, and I exposed her because I'm a good person.
Yeah, she wasn't good. So like this was already was.
No, it wasn't with me, by the way. I did call Ethan, and he was like. He was convinced I was the one that did it.
No, it actually wasn't you this time.
Nice. Go me.
Yeah, so I said, hey, like...
Growth is possible.
Hey, play this song next. She's like, okay, bet. So she types in the song, and instead of, like, hitting the cue thing, she hits play. So it cuts off, like, fucking this guy's song, and then starts playing my song, which is Mr. Brightside, which then makes it, like, look like I'm trying to, like, be manipulative and, like... trigger him or something. Like, no, like, it's just, that's a fucking popular song. I like that song. I wanted to listen to it. But, like, because I was standing there with this girl and my song's playing, they all look at me and he, like, shoots me this, like, dirty-ass look. And I'm just like...
We were all fucking convinced you did it on purpose. No. And I'm literally talking to them. I'm like, play this song about cheating. Play this song about cheating. I'm like, oh, fuck it. And then he queued it up and then went to her and was like, no, don't do that. And I was like, damn it.
But it's just like, I just always think it's funny because it's like everyone like thought I like did all these like weird manipulative things. And
it was me the entire time.
No, I'm like, they're just projecting. It's just them. It's just you doing everything.
I feel like everybody in our group of friends just like was like, well, fucking Jacob's off the fucking wall, so we have to like adapt.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was funny.
There was too much chaos, like in high school. Then, like even like graduating, like right after high school.
Yeah. Well, that's when I got like the worst.
Yeah.
Right after high school, that was it. Well, that's when our story happened, and then among other things,
our story.
What else am I going to call it?
Our story, guys.
The time you cheated on your boyfriend with me.
I don't like that one.
She doesn't like our story, not our fuck it, not when your boyfriend. What am I supposed to call it now?
I don't know. Wow.
I do love how we just spent so much time not even like fucking talking about my narcissism.
No.
Just fucking like
how this is what happens when we get together. We just ramble and talk about the most obscure shit. But like it somewhat relates. Because it's like we were talking about deceit and manipulation.
Do we have any other criteria for sociopathy? Also, I just realized we didn't put in my headphones, so people may just not even be able to hear this.
Jacob! Oh my gosh, no! We've been talking for almost 30 minutes!
Okay, in fairness, like, they can hear it, it's just super quiet when that happens.
Oh my god.
So hopefully it's better.
Jacob, I'm gonna be so pissed if no one can hear us. I swear to God, we'll kill you.
Alright, we'll retry.
Oh my gosh, this is bad.
I'll see how loud it is after we're done.
Okay.
We'll like wrap it up here at like 30 minutes or so.
Okay, yeah. How long are your videos normally?
Like 10 minutes,
Ooh.
10 to 15.
This is an extended edition.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd cut it into 2 parts or not.
Yeah.
More ad revenue.
Yeah. We love a 2-parter. We have Twilight Breaking Dawn, part 1 and 2. We have Harry Potter Deathly Hallows, part 1 and 2.
Why was the first thing you thought of fucking
Twilight?
Twilight.
Because I just watched Breaking Dawn part 1 and 2 with Jamie.
I'm so sorry.
No. You're gonna watch them too. Okay, let's see. I just like saw this too. Use humor, intelligence, and charisma to manipulate. Come across as arrogant or superior with firmly fixed opinions. Let's see.
That's a trick for sociopathy?
I guess. I don't know.
Well, no wonder you thought I was a sociopath.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm no counselor or like psychiatrist, but I was like, I think I'm on to something here. Difficulty managing responsibilities, including showing up at work, handling tasks, or paying rent and bills. I don't think that really...
I was pretty good about those things.
Yeah, you like had a job up throughout high school.
Yeah. Nowadays it's way worse.
Yeah, nowadays...
Now the sociopathy's fully coming out.
Yeah, now it's like all lining up here. Yeah, just again, like aggressive and aggravated behaviors, including frequent fights or physical conflict with others. Did you...
I wouldn't call that frequent.
Well,
I had a few.
No, you've had like a couple fights.
Like I stabbed somebody.
Huh?
Go on.
Okay. Yeah. Disregard for personal safety or the safety of others. Okay. Yep.
I just think about all the times like I try to get us to like break into places and shit.
And what causes sociopathy? Sociopathy. I'm a counselor, I swear.
It's antisocial personality disorder, so like it's fine.
I know. I've just been talking too long. Okay.
Your lips are tired. Okay, come on.
Sorry.
By the way, I should clarify, me and Nicole aren't dating, given there's been like fucking...
Yeah, they like the tension.
Yeah, the tension, just like we've been talking about like...
Yeah. Remember when we made out?
It's a funny story.
Our story. No,
Our story, like I'm fucking writing a romantic novel.
No, but remember what the genie said.
Oh, I call...
my psychic I go to in New Jersey.
I call that genie. I actually mentioned in one of my videos that I hate psychics now, and that I hate genies.
No, they're psychics, not genies. But the psychic said that he was in love with me again, so I was like,
genies keep fucking lying about me, and I'm so pissed about it.
She was right the last time. She was right the last time.
She didn't say that I was going to try to kiss you. Well, she said
she basically was like, oh, a friend of yours with the letter J has secret feelings for you, but doesn't know how to express them, and you're gonna like, but he's also friends with like your boyfriend, and so he has like a struggle of like, you know,
it was not a struggle for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I was like, all right, I have my decision.
And that like that me and like my boyfriend were gonna break up, and like he was gonna like try to like swoop in or something, which.
She didn't mention that I caused the breakup.
Nah, I think it was implied. It's fine.
You're giving too much credit to genies.
No, it's fine. Trauma or damage to the frontal lobes of the brain, which can happen as a result of a head injury or progressive conditions
I
like
was
dementia,
dropped as a child.
Can lead to some antisocial behaviors.
We're learning so much about sociopathy.
Wow.
Remember when this was a fucking channel about narcissism?
Oh, listen, this was like a whole thing. Like I had a whole moment where I was like putting together all of these like pieces of like things I'd heard about him and like my own experiences with him, and I was just like, oh my god, he's a sociopath. What am I gonna do?
I'm just like imagining just like fucking like you being in a movie and it's just you're sitting there like looking at like the latest piece of evidence and like flashbacks.
No, if anyone's ever watched the first Twilight movie or has watched The Vampire Diaries, they know what I'm talking about. That like aha moment where it's like I'm remembering all these like important things and I'm like, oh my god, he's a vampire.
I've been compared to that guy from
Damon Salvatore. Vampire Diaries, look him up, look up a compilation, you're gonna be like, that's Nameless.
I'm going to hate if all of my viewers call me that from now on.
Yes,
I've been called that like more times than only twice. But like no, 3 times.
It's more than once, so that's all that matters.
Literally 3 times.
Yeah, they're all just me.
No, one was.
No, one wasn't you. The other 2 were someone else.
Yeah, I just realized when I said that, I was like, oh, that was fucking, like, really pointless to say. Fuck me.
No, yeah. My role, honestly, in high school was to, like, knock this one down a peg. Because I was just like, oh, he is just full of himself, isn't he?
I deserve to be.
I just have to, like, mess with him a little bit.
I'm really surprised that, like, you never triggered, like, my... Well, in fairness, I was so much more fucking grandiose back then. I fucking miss those days when I wasn't aware.
Yeah.
Because, like, nothing fucking bothered me. I was just a fucking ass, and I loved it.
Yeah, it was fun times. I was never bored.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, there were those moments I, like, completely break down, like, once in a blue moon, and, like...